This video is going to help you decipher, is it love? Are they falling in love? Or are they a narcissist? Because often, surprisingly, it looks the same. I'm going to give you 11, I don't have 11 fingers, of signs they're falling in love with you. And 2 of these, a narcissist never does. But 9 of these, a narcissist always does. And I'm going to give you examples so that you can decipher between, are they falling in love or are they a narcissist? A little tweak on the way they do them as opposed to somebody who's healthy, who really means it. Beware, because this could save you time, your health, money, a lot of anguish, right? Number 1 sign is that they say, I'm always here for you. You can always count on me. Now, that's beautiful. When it's real and genuine, that is a beautiful sentiment because it is unconditionally, they love you and they are there for you. Now, everyone has certain conditions, right? Like they're not going to accept abuse or something like that, but they're going to love you and be there for you under regular circumstances. See, a narcissist will only be there for you conditionally. It is a contract and you're bound to them. You owe them for life. You owe them for life, essentially. Number 2, they're falling in love with you when they say compliments that feel very genuine. I love it when you smile like that. I love it when you're silly. I love it when you wear that color blue. And they'll leave it there when it's genuine love, when you can genuinely feel that they want that compliment to land on you. With a narcissist, they will say the compliment and then follow it up with an insult. I like that color blue. I just wish the dress was a different style. I like that tie. I just wish you wouldn't always wear it. So they'll have to insult you somehow with the compliment if it's a narcissist. If it's genuine, it'll stay there and it'll feel good and you'll be able to receive the compliment. Number 3, you know they're falling in love with you when they really enjoy spending time with you and when you enjoy spending time with them. Now, this is going to be different for everybody because some people like to be with their significant other all the time. And some people think that's highly codependent, where sometimes that can be, sometimes it can be healthy if you have that kind of dynamic. Sometimes it's healthier to spend this amount of time together and this amount of time apart. And everybody is different. So the amount of time is this beautiful dance of energy between the 2 of you. And you can feel that. There's a give and take. With a narcissist, again, it comes to control. So if there isn't that freedom, because anytime, remember, that you leave a narcissist, they have to fill that spot of you missing with somebody else. Number 4, you can tell when somebody is really authentically in love with you because they'll ask you, how are you? And again, see, so much of it when it's healthy, it's a give and take where they allow you to have this energy and they're in their energy and they're not sucking the energy, the life force from you in a healthy relationship, right? There's a give and take of energy, but they're not siphoning the energy from you. So when they ask, how are you? Again, it feels really genuine and any response is okay. That's what it means when people say they feel safe, right? Because it feels okay to share if you're happy, if you're sad. With a narcissist, you know deep down, even if you don't have the actual signs in front of you, you know somehow that they're going to take that information and use it against you. Number 5, you can tell somebody's genuinely falling in love with you or in love with you because if they hurt your feelings or do something inappropriate or are late or something like that, they're going to apologize. Dun, 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 surprise, they will. They'll apologize. A narcissist, they don't apologize. If they ever do apologize, they will somehow blame you in it. It will be a source of manipulation to further along more manipulation, right? So maybe if they know they've pushed you too far and caused a reverse discard, if you don't know what that is, that's where you like break it off with them, even though you still really like them because they've just pushed the boundaries too far or something like that. And so then they want to hoover you back. And if you don't know hoover, it's when they come in to try to get you back or get you into that, another vocab word, trauma bond. The trauma bond is that hot and cold. What you can listen for is when you know it's a manipulation, when they justify their actions. I was just really sad, or you were just being like this, or it was just a hard time for me. Again, if they don't just leave the comment, you start noticing a theme here. If they don't just leave it, I'm sorry, holding accountability. They attach this little tail to it of justification. If they're a narcissist, if they genuinely love you, they'll leave it at that. I'm sorry. And they have more concern when they really love you to be in love rather than being right. So sometimes even you might notice, like, when you're not even wrong, it's more worth it to you to love than to be right. With a narcissist, that's never worth it. It's always more worth it to be right. Number 6, when somebody is genuinely falling in love or they love you, they also can trust you. They can trust that you are somebody of integrity. They can trust that you're a person of your word. They can trust that even if you make mistakes, that you're not going to smash them down in the process, right? They trust you. This is the bonus one here, because this is the one that narcissists, I don't believe, ever do. Please let me know in the comments if you disagree. But I don't believe they ever trust, because they know that they are not trustworthy, and they don't trust you, first of all, because you trust them. So immediately you're untrustworthy. So if they ever do say they trust you, they lying. And if you've never seen a narcissist lie, you've never seen a narcissist. Number 7, when they're genuinely falling in love with you or in love with you, they will be very proud of you, no matter what. No matter what, they are on your team, right? A narcissist loves phrases like ride or die, bad marriage for life. They love stuff like that, but they're not actually on your team. If they were around a certain group, certain people, they would stab you in your back in a heartbeat. When somebody genuinely loves you and they're falling in love with you, they are proud of you no matter what. So for instance, if you're just dating and you're wondering, is this a narcissist? They're proud of me. They're showing me off on Facebook. Notice the energy of it. So much of this is energy, but we dismiss that. Narcissists will show off a lot on Facebook and social media because they're triangulating the last person or the current person. They're getting back at somebody. There's only a payoff for them if there's jealousy or animosity. Number 8, somebody who's really genuinely falling in love with you will say things like, I'm so excited to be with you. I'm so excited to go on this trip. Now, narcissists will say the same thing. They'll do that through love bombing, hoovering, any number of things like that. But here's the difference. With a narcissist, when you go on the trip, that's when you're going to find out about the side piece, or that's when you're going to have, a triangulation or an upset, or you're going to do something that upsets them and they're going to get jealous, or something in the trip isn't going to go right. Now, with somebody who genuinely cares for you, they are excited to be with you and they'll say those things, but then the follow through matches that. So then the follow through is the same. It was fun. It was magical. It was awesome. So you go on the trip and you're like, that was actually great. You don't come home from the trip feeling like you need another vacation. When you come home from a trip with a narcissist, you're going to get sick. You're going to feel like you need another trip. You're going to have anxiety. So these are ways that you can begin to tell the difference. Number 10, when someone is genuinely falling in love with you, they'll say things like, is there anything I can do for you? Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. And again, if you haven't noticed the theme here, it will just live there and you can feel that it's genuine. So then when you say, oh sure, could you please pick up the medicine on the way home, or stop it by my place, or whatever, if you don't live together, right? And they're like, absolutely. With a narcissist, suddenly this will become a problem. They just said, let me do anything, but now it's a major problem, an upset. Or the opposite can happen with a narcissist. You turn them down, and now they're going to have a narcissistic injury because you didn't accept their help. I was dating a narcissist and my dog had died. I said that very thing. What can I do to help? Which seems like such a loving offer, right? But then when I said, I just want the night to myself to grieve and get through this and be sad, that wasn't good enough for him. See, I had to accept his help the way he wanted to help. He wanted to come over and I didn't want him to. And so then it turned into a big fight. And it was hour-long of just horrible texts that I would receive from him, yelling at me for not accepting his help. That's not real love. Number 11, the last one. A way that you can tell if someone is genuinely falling in love with you is that they will love anything you do for them. They'll love it. They'll find it endearing. It'll be cherished, appreciated, and it'll stay there. With a narcissist, somehow they'll turn it around. They'll gaslight you. If you throw a big party, they'll say, why'd you have to make it all about you? If they do something for you as a surprise, they'll say, you should have known better. I don't like surprises. You should have picked a different place. You always ruin my birthday, or I would have liked this better, or whatever, so that it goes down in history that you messed up. Instead of going down in history that you were being generous and authentic from your heart. When somebody genuinely loves you and is falling in love with you or is in love with you, they're going to see the intention. And even if you messed up or made a mistake and had it at some place that they don't like or whatever, they're going to find it endearing because you cared. They're going to feel your heart. I hope these examples just bring it home, because you can lose a lot of valuable time, energy, money. I've worked with so many artists over the years who have been just taken by narcissists. And so that's why I'm talking about it. Not to stay there and be in this low vibration. It's to heal and move on and start noticing these things as early on as you can. It's like a cancer, right? Like, early detection is the best, but if even you detect it 30 years down the line, it's not too late. There is hope, so that you at least know. Sometimes just being around somebody who's very loving reminds you that real love does exist. If any of these resonate for you, if you've experienced any of them on the love side, the love bomb side, the narcissist side, or the real genuine side, I'll see you on the other side in the next video.